Hey guys, it's Cubs and boy do I have one for you today. I'm going to be relooking at the best glitchless leveling method in Diablo 4. This is hands down the best, beating up both Ulder and Burrows for the majority of players. It will give you 34 elite kills in 2 to 3 minutes, and about 5 million raw gold, and that's nothing to sneeze at. Now I've released this before, and it is my most requested video to be re-looked at, because there's a lot more in-depth things we can go into to maximise your experience per hour, and a lot of people felt they couldn't do the dungeon as it was quote-unquote done before. However, we're going to look at how you can even do it, even if you've completed it. Now, we are going to be doing a quest dungeon called the Hallowed Glacier, meaning if you've completed this dungeon, you can't do it solo. But that brings me to my number 2 point and the main point of this video. If you want to do this dungeon solo, you can expect about 640,000 per run every 3 minutes. That will net you about 13 million experience per hour. But if you want to complete it as a duo, then you can be expecting upwards of 700,000 in 2 minutes. Now, I know a lot of people don't have friends they can do it with, and that's why I have both live streams where we can meet people, and also the comment section where you can put in your battle tag and whether if you have the dungeon unlocked or not, to find people to run it with, as even an inefficient partner will be worth more experience per hour than doing it solo. The best part of this dungeon is that there's a quest dungeon, so the mobs are easier and it's storyline based. The dungeon is linear, never changes, so I can show you the exact route for both solo and duo players. Now I have received some data mining of some major Nightmare Dungeon glitch fixes coming in the next few days. They are actually already on the server, meaning utilising Nightmare Dungeon glitch will no longer work. Because of this, we have to find other ways to make it efficient, and as a solo player, this dungeon is in town, so you don't need to use the Nightmare glitch, as log out and log in is almost instant. The Nightmare glitch would be about 10 seconds more efficient as a solo player, but as it's about to get fixed, it's important that the guides adapt to that and give you numbers that are accurate. Also, a lot of people don't like using glitches, and this one, you can just teleport to the town and log out. The dungeon itself is located inside of Bear Tribe Refuge, inside of Fractured Peaks. As I've said, it's a quest dungeon, and I will walk through at the end of this video how to unlock it if you haven't already. I am going to swerve back into content like this for the foreseeable future, rather than as many exploit guides, because I want to make sure it's content that everybody feels they can do. But if there is one that pops up that I feel is definitely worthwhile, then I'll make sure I release it. And now, if you do like what you see, don't hesitate to subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. I'll go through the solo method, then the duo, then how to unlock the dungeon itself. I do have a hidden technique for duo though, so stick around as you don't want to miss it. As a major disclaimer, as is a quest dungeon, if you complete it, you can't re-enter it unless you join on somebody who has already unlocked it. So I recommend you never open the locked door, so you don't accidentally somehow kill the last boss of the instance. If you've not unlocked it yourself, then you can't join on people who've had it, so you'll have to follow the guide at the end to be able to unlock the dungeon. Now let's get into it. Now for solo, we have one goal: kill as much as possible in 3 minutes. 3 minutes should be your cutoff. We don't want the run taking longer than that, meaning this is the route that you are wanting to take. You want to time yourself. The goal is to kill everything, but elites take priority. So if you're slow at killing, you're going to skip the normal mobs. Just target elites until you get the hang of it. As solo, you always want to take the top path. This will take you around to 2 elites, or 2 elite packs, which would be 6 elites in total. If there's 3, check the bottom path, move forward into the room, and kill the mini-boss, then move forward. As you jump down, there's going to be an alcove on your left, and this will always have at least 1, if not 2 packs of elites in. Make sure you clear out and finish the elites in the little room before you move forward. As you pass through, you'll get to the door, and this is the door you never want to open. Continue around and take the north path into another alcove. Never guess what? Another elite pack. So you're going to complete that as well. Now, as you move forward, there'll be a little path off to the top. You want to take it, you want to move forward, kill the elite pack, and there will be a stone on the floor. You leave the stone because that's what opens the boss room and you don't want to do that. However, we will kill the quest boss in there as he's worth good experience. You're now going to double back on yourself and run south. When you do this, you're going to check the alcove to the south, as regularly there is a elite pack in there. Continue to follow the path around, and finally check the alcove on the left before getting back to where you started. This path never changes. You can always rely on it being the same, and this is how you would do it solo. At this point, you would hold E and teleport out of the dungeon. When you're out of the dungeon, you run about 3 steps south, so you re-enter the town, click escape, log out, and it will instantly log you out, and then log back in. Run back in the instance and go again. It should be about 3 minutes per reset, which will give you 640,000 experience per run, giving you roughly 13 million experience per hour. But that's the inefficient way to do it. Let's go through the efficient way. The duo way. Now, to do that, we're going to rely on my number one item, paint. Because I couldn't take a screenshot of it in game because the computer was messing up. So, what we're going to do, as a duo, you're going to label yourself top and bottom. Don't worry, being a bottom in this situation, I promise is okay. So let's go over the top route first. The top is going to enter the dungeon, take the top path, which is green, and meet in the middle. In the middle, they are going to kill these elites here. Okay. After they've killed them, you are going to move forward and kill this mini boss. Pretty much one-shottable, so it's nice and easy. And then you're going to jump down and move into this room. The top's job is to go in and kill the alcove, and then jump back and kill the room. Okay? You're then going to run past the don't door. The reason this is the don't door, it's do not open it door. It's leave it alone door, because the boss is behind it and that'll make it so you can't run anymore. The top is going to kill this alcove out here, kill anything on the way, and finally kill this event boss. Okay, that might sound like a lot, but you've got to think normally you'd still have to circle down, kill all this and kill all this. And that on average would take you about a minute and 50 seconds, a minute 45 seconds-ish, if you are inefficient. I must admit, Aranithius, or Weber, the bear druid that I play with at the moment, he can do that now in 1 minute 20 seconds. It's absolutely insane to see. Now you've got the bottom. For the bottom, I'm going to use the colour blue. Sorry if that offends somebody. And what you're going to do is you're going to start at the bottom and make your way around the circular room. You're going to help kill these 6 elites. You're then going to move into this mini-boss and help kill the mini-boss. However, this is where your route changes. You're now going to enter, go all the way around, running past all the elites and everything, all the way down, and take the bottom path instead. You are going to come in, you're going to kill any elites that are in this location here, any elites that are in this location in the alcove. You're going to go back down, kill any elites that are on the way down, and then any elites in the alcove. You're now going to move your way up, and you're going to kill off any elites or any stragglers that the top has killed. At this point here, when the top has killed the mini-boss, he should be turning around and running back the way he came. And the bottom should meet him halfway. And the moment you meet is the moment the run is over. Right? You might meet here. The top might have been quicker when you might meet down here. The bottom might have been quicker when you might meet on the boss. It doesn't make a difference, okay? That there is the route you're going to take. Now, as far as resetting, this is the way it happens in duo. One person leaves the party, this will reset their instance, and the person who stays in the dungeon will then join on the person that left the party. However, I told you I had some cool things, so here's 4 things that will make this much easier for you. It's important the person who has the dungeon unlocked is the one that leaves the party, or the person who has the dungeon unlocked will still be left inside a dungeon they've already done, and the person who's left will just be stuck. When joining on a partner, wait a minimum of 7 seconds after they've left for them to start loading into the dungeon. Then when you load on them, you will automatically be teleported into the dungeon, not outside, saving loading screens. But the 2 major ones, add your partner to favourites. So go to your social page or press the O keybind on PC, find your duo partner on the right hand side, right click them and click set to favourites. This will always put them at the top of your friends list so they are easier to find even if you're not in a group. And for the last hint for this part, I have, in settings, inside the social tab, and I know I'm going to get backlash for this, at the very bottom it says quick join. With this clicked, anybody can join your party without accepting them. Instead of it saying request to join party, it would just say join party. Now, unless you're hugely popular with 100 people requesting to join you every hour, this is just a nice, easy way to join others' party without having to accept the additional step. Now that's the runs, guys. For both single and for duo. Duo, you're expecting 700,000 to run for over 2 minutes run, which will give you 21 million experience an hour. I understand you're all thinking the same thing, but Royal Cubs, how do I unlock the dungeon? So I have my explanation from my first video here, and it has footage connected to it as well. I'll add it to the video for you to see. Apologies if the video cuts are a bit iffy, as I'm not a very good editor, but subscribe, and if I ever hit 10,000 subscribers, I'll take an editing class and possibly stream it. But let's get into it. Now, how do we unlock it? Well, we've got to do some quests. We're going to talk to the NPC on the left called Gregonoch. They're going to give you 2 quests, Hammer of the Champion and the Beast Challenge. Accept them both, then run south to an NPC called Senna. She will give you a quest called the Shattered Tribute. When we complete these 3 quests, we're near enough done. The first quest, as you run south and collect some bones. The dots literally appear on the map, so I'm sure you can work out where that one is. And the next quest has you in Rhymescar Cavern. As you see, it's right next to it. The quest item is in the exact same location for everybody. You're going to kill 3 skeleton constructs and then continue forward into a circular room. Inside that room, you'll usually either get a lever or kill all enemies room. And when you've done that, you move forward. You may have to kill 1 pack, but the item will just be through a doorway on your side. Well, in a cave doorway. On a shelving unit thingy. I'll put the video on screen. Then you teleport back to Bear Tribe Refuge. The last quest is just to the north. He spawns in the exact same place every time, but will not spawn in until you get close to him. It looks like a little alcove on the map. If you follow my route that you see on the screen, you will be able to get to him. And as soon as you've killed him, you loot the quest item, and then teleport back to Bear Ridge. Hand in the 3 quests, and you'll be given a quest to mount the head in the statue next to the NPC. Complete that, and the quest will become available at the Chieftain of the Refuge. Go to him, pick up the quest, and the dungeon is now unlocked. I should have said that all the quests are located inside of Bear Tribe Refuge, along with the dungeon. You do have to complete Malnock Stronghold, which is just to the south, to be able to unlock this as well, but I'm sure you've all already done that already by the time you hit Torment difficulty. And that's it, guys. So if you like what you see, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Until next time, you know it. Peace.